Hello, hello. Testing audio.
Check, check, just checking.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Techeries.
Wannabes, you take that back, girl.
I have never done that in my life of doing this show. I cannot believe that just happened. I literally went autopilot mode and just said the last show I was on.
Wow, this is not the Wannabes.
I'm so sorry. This is Techeries where we're sexy grandmas.
Put your wings on.
Sorry, my dementia was hitting. So. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Which Call of Duty, that's what's up.
Oh my goodness, that was just because I stayed up till 5 a.m., right? Oh my gosh. Anyway, hello guys, and welcome back to Techeries, because that's Morgan's the show we're doing.
Go,
yep. Oh, right. We have a very fun show for you guys today, and we're excited to dive into it. But, you know, it's great. It's great. I'm great. I hope you guys are great.
I hope somebody just clips that. What? I mean, Techeries. None of you guys want to clip that because Morgan's brain just went burr. Totally
it really
fine.
did. It really did.
Make it happen. Make it so.
I'll put it. We'll share it on our YouTube shorts. I'll put it on then the Wannabes YouTube shorts with the guys reacting to it and laughing their asses off. It's fine.
Luke would probably be like, it's cool. I mean, KP is kind of part of the crew.
He'll be like, woo, free advertisement.
We do a lot of free advertisement for them.
We do.
I checked. Anyway, that's Morgan. I think she's this way.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm KP, and I'm going to tell you right now, we do have a lot going on today. We've got a lot of tech news we want to dive into. We got a couple video games we want to showcase for you guys, which one I'm really excited for. Morgan's really excited for the other one. There was a lot of talk about what we could do with the other one, so that will probably be discussed as well. And then Morgan is going to put on her lovely little tech support outfit later and show us something fun that you guys maybe didn't know about. I didn't know how to do it. And that'll be in our new segment coming up later in the show. So we're really excited to show you guys a lot of things. But first, we're going to dive into our tech polls.
All right, everybody. The first story for our tech pulse is Elon Musk is really stirring up the news, and this time it's not because of his bromance with Donald Trump. So, on November 27th, Elon announced that he plans to own his own AI-powered gaming studio, and with the quote, "in hopes to make video games great again." However, that's not all.
I love that everybody has the slogan now.
Yep. Gotta make it all great again. However, that is not all. On the same day, Musk also announced his hopes to purchase the major company Hasbro. Hasbro is the owner of franchises like Monopoly, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and plenty more. The discussion of Elon Musk purchasing Hasbro began with the response to criticism of game development and practices that and the recent controversy surrounding the D&D franchise. We will see what happens in the future and see if this is a move Elon will actually make, and if he does, how will it impact the D&D franchise and community.
We're all going to jump. We're all going to be like, hey, Pathfinder looks amazing right now.
Pathfinder does have a website where everything's completely free. It's just, you know, the rules are different and you got to make adjustments for your rules, and it's hard. Like me, part of me is like, as much as I'd like to get away from current D&D because of the issues and the controversies, I'll be honest, it's hard for me to switch at this point because I'm doing a 6-year-long campaign.
Right.
So yeah, it's difficult.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of qualms with him going on right now. There's that. There's the fact that he wants to try to buy networks, actual television networks, which is not going to happen. I've had long discussions with people about that. And the fact that he wants to buy Hasbro is interesting. Like, everything's just going to be Tesla related because they own Hot Wheels too. And you
Yep.
could just imagine it's like, well, now we're just gonna throw in all the Tesla cars, and that's the only cars the kids will ever know to drive.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like why this is I don't get why he wants everything. Bro, you have enough money. Like don't get me
It's like, yes,
wrong.
he does, but no, he doesn't at the same
Would I
time.
love someone to take up D&D and fix the issues and the controversies that we're having? Yes. Do I think Elon Musk of all people's the man for the job? Absolutely not. Look at how X has been going. Like people are trying to get away from X by using what is it? It's blue something. A new uh
Yeah.
I'm blanking on the full name off the top of my head. But, people are trying to get away from that cuz it's the everything app. And you can go see naked ladies on it now with no issue.
The problem is like switching out sometimes makes it really difficult, especially when you have a good following. I mean, anybody
Yeah.
that's on X, if you have a good following, you know. It was like when Kit Kat released. I was like, sweet, I'm gonna try this and see what's good and everything. But the biggest issue is it's hard starting over. And
Right.
like that becomes the biggest snafu that you face. So like, I mean, I haven't really switched off of Twitch. We haven't switched off of Twitch.
We probably
We've
never
gone
will
to
switch. At least I probably will never switch off of Twitch.
no,
It with
no.
me being able to multi-stream and have my content on YouTube and Twitch, why wouldn't I just be on both?
Right. I just find it very difficult to go, "Oh, I'm gonna do Twitch and Kick," when Kick's not getting me anywhere. At least
Right.
YouTube, I feel like I'm getting some stuff.
Sure.
So,
Sure. And even
and
if
I feel like
not,
that with us
it
too.
helps get our content out there on another platform for people to enjoy cuz I
Right.
know a lot of people hate that Twitch app. I always hear complaints about the Twitch app, so
Right. So I just, yeah, I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm not the biggest fan of him taking it over.
me
I would
either.
prefer if he just like if he did own it, right? I prefer if he would just put somebody else at the helm of it and just walk away. You
He
know what I
won't.
mean? I know he won't. He won't do that because look at how he's been handling all the other companies he owns, right? But I just hope that would be like just put the people in place that you want there, walk away and just shut your face. But you know
Also,
he's not going to.
he has a government position now. Maybe you should
But
focus
it's
on
not
that.
no, it's not technically a government position. It's a made
Government
up
position.
government agency.
Well, yeah, but if you
The
want that to
Doge.
do good, focus on that, I guess.
But the thing is like it's not really focused. He's only being brought in just to um basically become a uh like give his advice. He's a
Right.
consultant. That's all he is. He's just a
Right.
consultant, same with Ramaswamy. There's not much to it. So I mean honestly, he's not going to be able to do much with that whole thing. It's going to be something that kind of like is just there. I feel like that whole thing was just made up just to make them feel better. you know?
Honestly, it very well could be. But we digress for now.
But speaking of Twitch,
Yeah, speaking of Twitch, everybody, in other business news, Twitch has revealed a new collaboration feature. So, on our personal Twitch pages, you may have seen us utilizing Twitch's shared chat function, but now we're getting a major tone shift to one of the most important Twitch analytic metrics, and that's viewership. This is a new collaboration feature we're extremely excited for, and it is called shared viewership. This feature will combine the new view count of a collaboration on Twitch that is using the shared chat function. This is automatically enabled with the shared chat, so you don't need to worry about going into your Twitch settings and turning it on. You just gotta knock on your co-creator's door and join a shared chat together. But viewership is not only a visual indicator of how many people your streams are reaching, but it also impacts the discoverability and ranking of your stream across the Twitch platform. With this new collaboration tool, will also come a new metrics in your analytic dashboard that shows the total unique count of concurrent viewers across all channels collaborating during a streaming session. It will display on your channel page as well as in discovery surfaces as well. So this displaying in discovery services, this helps your ranking and popularity for Twitch platforms sorting, hopefully helping you become more discoverable with more showed viewers watching. So Twitch stated in their blog post that shared viewership is designed to highlight collaborations where the streamers are creating new content together and their communities can engage as one. Now, KP, I know for a fact you got to try this out the other night, and I just want your thoughts on it since you got to test it already.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. So you still get your viewers. So you'll see like when you're looking at your metrics and everything in the stream manager, you'll still see like the viewers that you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then next to that will pop open something else and it'll say shared viewers.
Gotcha.
So what makes it really sad is when you're looking over and you're like, "Oh, we have shared viewers of 15. We're doing great." And then you look at yours and you're like, "I have one." Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I still feel bad."
I only contributed one person to this.
Right. I'm like, "Why do I suck?"
But, if you think about it, though, that's a nice way to hopefully grow your communities. If other
Mhm.
people are watching with you, hopefully, and be even interacting in your chat, where, because what I like about the share chat function, to begin with what I was saying, is you get to see like your co-streamers chat, and you can, as being part of their stream, talk with their community at the same time, which so it kind of helps remove that disconnect from the other streamers playing with the streamer they're watching. You're
Mhm.
more all together when you knock each other and when you are in a shared chat. So now this feature just allows kind of, oh, we're able to engage with their community now, the community in a roundabout way is also to help engage with us and to help us grow. And, with doing that, hopefully those people are going to come over. Sure, not all of them will because people are lazy and don't want to click away from things. But hopefully, that'll get more people to come over, follow you, and maybe see when you're live without the other streamer and maybe want to tune in as well. So hopefully that's
Yeah,
that's what ends up occurring from this.
I actually did gain a couple followers from using the shared and everything. The one
Awesome.
thing though they need to fix is the timing out issue with it. There's still an issue with that where like every so often as you're doing it, because it has to open up a new tab, a new
Mhm.
window, and then that window has to be open the whole time in order for the shared chat to work. And I wish it wasn't like that. I wish they would fix that because we did have a timeout issue where all of a sudden I looked over and I'm like, oh, shared chat is gone. Well, that's a problem.
I've never
And so we
seen
had to
that happen. All the time I've
yeah.
used ShareChat. Wow.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times with me shirtless and grim.
Huh.
And then it happened last 2 nights ago with me final and shirtless. So it does
Gotcha.
happen from time to time. And I don't know if it's just like it's refreshing itself or whatever, but they want
Mhm.
because they kind of want you to use like the stream together thing, which is what we do in Discord, but
Right.
their version of the Discord thing, but we never use it because we're in Discord, so there's no point. Um,
Yeah, sorry,
but I
Twitch.
wish that
Until
was
I can set up being able to mute and deafen through
right.
my Stream Deck, I'm gonna keep using Discord.
Right. I wish they had made it so it wasn't so much like you have to jump into the stream together in order to get a shared chat.
Yeah, like
I
you
wish it
have
was
to use
the
this
ability.
product.
Right. Yeah. I wish it was just more like, okay, you knocked on each other. Let's just combine
Right.
what everything together. But it's almost like they still need that little bridge to pull things together for them. So,
Yeah. Like I don't mind like obviously being in the call and doing like that, like what we have to do on the back end of Twitch to like be in a shared chat and a shared viewership
mm,
together. But, I mean it's all Twitch, like, oh, this is our product. We wanna just like them having their own way of being able to stream through their platform and to their platform, their own like services and software, if you will. It's
right.
kind of, in my opinion, like the same thing. Just like how right now I can monitor and see everything I need to see for our live stream, but they have their own dashboard that I can go in and monitor our stream through. Do I ever really use that? No. That's because
Right.
I have it right here in front of me and I don't have to have another page open or have to worry about having another monitor open where I have to monitor that.
Right.
So,
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's a good, I love it. Like, I like the fact of being able to feel like I'm not disconnected from your people. And it's always that weirdness, when before they had all the shared stuff where we'd be playing and then all of a sudden you'd be like, "Hey kitty, this person says this." And they'd be like, "Oh, okay."
I'm
But
like,
like
oh,
you're
hey,
reading it.
so and so says hi, kitty, because they're in my
Right, but
chat and you couldn't
you're
see that and
reading the
react to it.
right. because you're seeing it delayed and then that delayed to me. Now it's more like if I see it, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, they're
Like,
saying like, yeah, I totally agree with you.
it's
And
not
then I
always
love
a
when
30-second delay, but it can be. So think if it's a
right.
30-second delay. I'm seeing it 30-second like behind. So then I tell you, and then they're gonna see it 30 seconds behind I tell you. So like there's almost kind of like they're sitting there like, man, it's taking forever for them to look at my stuff when that's not really the case. Because like
Right.
it's just like how the that latency issue from using a software to stream it to the platform. There's always that little bit of lag.
Oh yeah, yeah. But at least now, like I always love when we get viewers that come in and they're like, ah, they saw my message.
It's so funny and cute. I mean, I had a couple people like we were streaming one time together and it's somebody I've seen in your chat many, many times. And then we were doing the
Mhm.
shared chat that finally came over and hopped over and followed me. That though
Yeah.
we've all streamed together before, I think it makes it easier because you also have on Twitch, like it'll show all the individuals and it's really
Mhm.
easy to click over to their stream and you don't have to go and type it up, or now that
Yeah.
we can tag each other in our Twitch titles, it's getting a lot more user friendly for
Right.
people in other chats to get to the other streamers they're streaming with to hit, hey, I want to follow them, because a lot of times I feel like people will be like, oh, I'm gonna follow them, but I'll do it after the stream because I don't want to miss out on what's happening,
Mhm.
and then they
And then they
forget,
forget.
which
Yeah.
we're all human. I know I've done that in the past. So yeah, I'm. This is
I'm
really
curious.
exciting. I'm excited to dive into it and use the viewership, shared viewership. There we go.
I am curious to see how this plays a role in like the road to partnership and
Right. I was
everything.
wondering that too.
Yeah, because they haven't really delved into any of that stuff. So I'm kind of curious, like in the long run, is it going to help us? Is it going to hinder us? Or are they just, what's it gonna do? That's what I'm more curious about. Because I haven't really seen a lot on my statistics, but I also only done it once.
Right.
so
Right.
so
It's one of those things where like how uh you get the what how I want to put it, when you get the partnership, if I remember correctly, you have to have 75 average viewers. So like you have
hmm
to be averaging that like for a month. Like every stream
right.
that you've done in that month, you need to have an average of 75 viewers. So it'll be really cool if they're going to like if they take the shared chat or the shared viewership into account for that. That means a lot more people will become, you know, hopefully partners faster, quicker, all, easier for also us because we've been an affiliate for years and years, but
hmm
our lookout to becoming partner one day is pretty low right now just because we don't
Right.
have all those viewers that come in consistently at the same time.
Right.
So, it'll be interesting to see if they do allow that to count towards partnership. I obviously biasly would love that.
hmm
Like, please, yes, please. But I don't know if they will because, like, they may look at it like, oh, well, this person brought 10, this person brought 4. Like,
hmm
are they gonna have that? They want the higher viewership because they want more people subscribing and sending bits so that everybody, the creator and Twitch especially, is making money. So
Yeah.
we'll
So we'll see
see.
what happens. Ramp says that he's curious how Raid's gonna work with this. That's a good question too.
Yeah, I mean that's a very good question. If we get rated, I got lucky enough that Kate rated me during one of my cooking streams, and I ended up having 23 viewers because of her raid. And
hmm
that'd be really cool if I can have 23 viewers. You can have 23 viewers. Rob, whoever's streaming with us, all get the raid in a way.
Yeah.
Which would make sense if they allow that because it's shared chat. Everybody sees when a raid happens in my chat, or I see it when it happens in your chat because we have a message that pops up. Oh my gosh, so and so's raiding. Thank you so much. And then we always acknowledge it when a raid happens. And then we can
hmm
see if those raiders are messaging, we can see each other's chats. So I would
Right.
assume rating would, though it doesn't, though they're still only rating a specific individual, the others should be able to also reap the rewards a bit, I would assume.
Agree. But yeah, I mean, Ramp, we could try it later.
Facts.
I'll go
Oh,
live with Morgan, and you could drop in and you could raid. Preferably with more than one person.
oh my
So we
goodness.
can actually
That's funny.
test
But
it.
for now, until we end up getting to all raid each other while sharing viewerships, you have even more business news for us.
I do. So, after almost 4 years, the CEO of Intel, Pat Gelsinger, is stepping down. Now, he announced his retirement on Monday morning, taking effect on December 1st. So, he's already out the door. He's not here anymore. He took over as CEO in February 2021, and he worked to restore the company's chip manufacturing prowess. So, in his announcement, he says, and this is when he was announcing his actual retirement from the company. He said, "Today is of course bittersweet as this company has been my life for the bulk of my working career. I can look back with pride at all that we have accomplished together. It has been a challenging year for all of us as we have made tough but necessary decisions to position Intel for the current market dynamics." Now, the company has already formed a CEO search committee, which is so great. But until they get the new CEO is chosen, they have two interim co-CEOs, which I think is a great way to do this because that way you're not leaving it on just one person.
Mm-hmm.
So they have David Zilsner and Michelle Johnston I don't know how to say her last name.
Holt House?
Ah, probably Whole House. There we go.
Holt House?
So they will be that's pretty close enough, but they'll be the ones that will be co-leading this whole thing, until they get a new CEO. I think that is such a smart move to have CEOs, especially for the fact of, like, yeah, it's a big company,
I was
it's a
gonna say it's a
well-known
major company, so
it's a major company,
yeah.
yeah. Actually, David Zilsner is actually the CEO CFO, so it makes sense to have the CFO as one of the co-CEOs. I
Yep.
didn't put that in there for the notes, but I remember seeing that. And I can't remember what Michelle does, but she is also, like, a big, top tier manager over there too. So it's not like they're choosing people that are like, you know, at the bottom of the barrel, though that would be really fun to watch. But they're making strategic moves. They're making right moves to make sure that they have the right people in place. And I really do hope that they don't lose out on their chip production because that is something that we really need to hold on to.
Yeah, that's very important, not just for computers, but a lot of different devices out there. So hopefully it doesn't take a major impact from him, parting ways and
Yeah.
stepping down. So, but wow,
But
that's big.
But Morgan, I know that we played this game a lot. Well, not a lot, but we played it, we debuted it,
We've
we
talked
we
about it a
talked
lot.
about it, we talked about it. But they have finally released new information about this game, and I can't wait to jump back in.
Yes, so to get into what KP's mentioning, finally what we've been waiting for, literally, like we've talked about Infestation Origins, we showed it here on the show, and KP and I have said to each other, like, I really like the game so far. By the time that it had first released and we were already playing it, it had been out for a few days, and they said, like, already that they're planning on making these adjustments just from the first 3 days of it being launched. We've heard the community, there's things we want to change and make it a better experience for the players, which is great to see a developer, especially an indie developer, just so in tune with the community. I feel like they were paying attention immediately and they were getting shit done immediately. But with that being said, we're excited to dive back in because we have said, I want to wait until these updates are made because it'll be more enjoyable. And with that being said, Infestation Origins officially got their first major update on December 5th. So there were a lot of quality of life updates they made after watching the community dive into their game and receiving feedback. And here's what we learned in the patch notes, which is a lot. I'm gonna warn you now, it's a lot.
All right, everybody, get your popcorn ready.
Yes. So I need a sip. So for Willie, throughout an active contract, Willie will now have the chance of entering an enraged state, which is different than what we've already shown in the games so far. This will be making him impervious to all damage. Much like when ghosts hunt on Phasmophobia, players must quickly find a place to hide during this to avoid dying. Willie also has a new ability where he can sneak and slowly attempt to creep up on players who aren't paying attention to what's going on around them. With this new ability, the devs are hoping it will add to Willie's creepiness factor and make his presence less predictable. Also, we will now have a higher resistance he will now have a higher resistance to damage, making him more persistent in his pursuit of players. Yeah.
No.
Oh no. But what can we do to get away from Willie? With the updates to Willie, there are new player mechanics as well. You can hide in lockers to keep you safe from Willie during hunting periods. You can now pick up both the wheel valve and a fuse at the same time. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. That was driving us
Yeah.
crazy. It was so tedious across this. The map's massive, and we can only pick up one item. Had to carry it back. Anyway, they're removing a lot of tedium.
It's got a battery. It's got a fuse.
Yes. One thing I'm super excited about is there is going to be a handheld mini map in the control room that you can take with you, and all players are now visible on the compass when alive or knocked down. So you have like your compass bar on the top, and I even said that when we were playing with the guys. I was like, I really wish we could see where each other were on the little compass, because it would be so helpful. And I'm really excited about having the mini map, though Rob's going to tell me I don't have to be in the control room anymore because he's a pain in the butt. But, you know, it's one of those things where that is exciting to see, because the map is massive and you get turned around really easy. Like, it was so useful in my opinion, having someone in the control room just to help navigate us with the big map, because it was so easy to get turned around.
The update on the map, Morgan.
Yeah, that is true. There is, for episode 1, a big map rework happening. So each sector is more unique to help tell the different sectors apart from one another. The number of rooms, paths, and doors have been reduced for a better flow of the game. There is now only one key card per sector, which opens all respective utility rooms, as well as to help lower tediousness in looking for keys. Again, thank goodness.
Right? That was getting to be so tedious. It was like, okay, what key do you have? I have utility G. What do you have? I have room A. Dang it. Why?
Yeah, it was crazy. So the one thing I don't understand about this is, like, does a single key card open all utility rooms, or is it a single key card per sector that opens the sector room and the sector's utility? Because they didn't clarify that in the patch notes, so I'm curious to see which way it is.
I mean, the way you wrote it, it sounds like it's one key card per sector, which then also opens up the utility rooms that are with that sector.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming as well. I wrote it how it was written, but
yeah,
like how it was written in their patch notes, and so I'm just curious to see if it's the way I'm assuming it is, or if they have it slightly different. But
we're gonna have to jump back in. That's all I'm hearing.
We are gonna jump back in and dive in and see what happens.
Get that shared viewership going. Get it all.
Yeah, right. But as part of the new map rework as well, guys, each door is now labeled and has a new model showing whether it is locked or not, because before we had to utilize the doors in like on the map to see if they're unlocked or not, which some of them we go over there, we're like, oh, this door isn't like, this door hasn't been opened, go over there, and then they show up like, oh, the door's open. That's because like Willie or the rats have been opening it, but it didn't translate well to the map. So you know, I think that's going to be very nice. One thing that's also really cool is fuses are now placed directly on the respective pipes to power them, so you don't have to walk all the way back to the control room to place the fuse on the fuse panel. Like, people thought it was really tedious. I personally didn't mind that part because it almost gave us a break. I was like, okay, we get to go back to the control room and take a breather. But
well, also
yeah,
it gave us a chance to be a little bit more strategic too. Like, which one do we want to open up next? How do we want to handle this? Like, you know, like, it gave us a chance to think more, like, on a strategic level of
I think we'll still be able to do that. Like, we might still be able to be like, okay, I want to open B before we open
Mm-hmm.
C. Like we might be able to still
Right.
do that. I don't think the fuses are going to be like, oh, this is fuse B, this is fuse C, because that would
And
be
yeah,
like a new adjustment. That'd be even more adjustments they had to make to the game, which in my opinion wouldn't make sense. Because
right.
sometimes you need to get into that sector. That sector you're not opening or you're not doing yet could be the one that you need to get the other key card for a different sector. So we shall see. But in other fixes and updates to the game, because there's even more, guys, once a sector is cleared of nests, rats will no longer relentlessly pursue players in that sector. Can I get a hallelujah? Or a thank goodness?
Amen.
Like,
Amen.
oh my gosh, that later in the maps when we were opening more sectors, I feel like that was what was driving us crazy. We kept
Yeah.
going down only because there was constant waves of rats. We're like, just go away.
Yeah, I can
So,
only zap them so much.
right?
Rats
But
only
along
can
with that,
light
because
them on fire so much.
yeah, right. However, just so everybody knows, this is still possible. The relentless pursuing of rats is still possible if you are doing the contract difficulty Biohazard 4, as this difficulty actually introduces patrolling rats.
I'm
So
okay with that
yeah,
because you made it more difficult. Like that's the point.
exactly. If I want to go to a more difficult level, awesome. I think this change helps balance the lower level difficulties for sure. Because
Yeah.
we had said playing even the lowest difficulty possible with 4 people, we couldn't imagine how difficult the highest difficulty was.
Oh, we'd be dead. I'll be dead.
It would be a absolute, I mean, not that it wasn't already a shit show, it would be like immediate shit show. We wouldn't have the
Right.
little flow going for a while and then it goes to shit. It would just be immediate shit.
I like how you have the little flow. That is, I like sit over here and dance. The little flow.
But another major update to the game, guys. Another
Yeah.
major update that is super exciting is the med kits update, because it desperately needed adjustments. You will now see a press E to use medkit message after a medkit is picked up, as well as while downed. That was a problem, is like we had issues with downed people, but you can use a medkit while you're down if you already had it on your person. So that means now players can also revive their teammates more easily while using a medkit in their inventory. They also have made the medkits easier to grab off the wall while downed. This is massive. That's massive. The Rob will no longer be crawling on all fours for the rest of the game anymore. Yeah, right. But so I will say
I
they
can
have
snap here.
they also have increased the bleed out time to 30 seconds for solo players, so they have more time to get to a med kit. That way it's a little more balanced for solo players.
Good.
I think this is fantastic. That this is a very much needed update. We had at least 1 or 2 of us going down very consistently, especially at the end when we have all the sectors open, which that should hopefully help not be as big of a deal with there being less rats relentlessly coming after us in the lower difficulties. But I think this is a really, really good adjustment.
I will say though, we did do well though.
We did well. We're talking like it was
The girls
crazy.
did well.
We
The girls
still
did well.
we did great. My hair isn't
That's what I'm
down, but
saying.
I'm hair
The girls
flipping.
did
It's because
well.
we're women. No. Lastly, just the last update actually is about episode 2 that focuses on the Mothman. You no longer need the spotlights to be powered on via the admin cabin. They will automatically power up once fueled, saving a lot more time walking. We'll be honest, we haven't dived into episode 2 yet with Mothman. We really wanted to focus and get used to Willie and mess around with that before diving into a new character, a new episode. But yeah, that is good to hear that there's also being adjustments and improvements made into the Mothman. I think with how little adjustments there's made to Mothman currently, that more people are playing Willie than they are Mothman.
Yeah, probably.
But understandable. I mean, Mothman though is a beloved character. Willie's a bigger one. You know, it's
I
more
have
well
an
known.
idea of who they're gonna throw in next.
What's that?
I have an idea of who they're gonna throw in next.
Oh, who do you think that is going to be episode 3?
So they're gonna be releasing in public domain, Popeye the the Sailor Man. I
Yep.
think they're gonna grab him. I think so.
Honestly, I think episode 3 is a toss up between him or Winnie the Pooh.
Is Winnie, is he public domain?
Mhm. He was public
Oh,
domain
well,
before Willy was.
they could do both. They
Yeah.
could actually release 2.
They could
They
end
do.
up doing more for sure. They could end up releasing both, maybe not either
Mhm.
at the same time or not at the same time, but
Yeah.
I think it's a toss up between either one.
But yeah, I just saw that he's getting released as public domain, so
I saw
we're
that
gonna
too.
have to keep an eye out for what
I
video
know
games
there's
come.
already a with that being said, there's already a Popeye like horror movie that's in the works.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I don't know any more details other than that though. They haven't released anything else about it.
Right. I'm
So,
trying to think about the other horror one that I saw. Is it Pinocchio that they were doing a horror one on?
that could be cuz Pinocchio should be like going off
Public
of
domain.
like the ages of like when these all came out and were written. I would
Mhm.
Pinocchio should be public domain already, I would assume.
And he could be one too
Mhm.
if he is public domain.
Yeah.
They have a lot. They have a lot they can choose from. I mean, even like
And it doesn't
to
even
the
have to
extent.
be Pokio specifically. It could even be what is it? Just Giuseppo? Is that the name of his
Oh, Geppetto.
Geppetto? Geppetto, yeah. Geppetto could be like he could be the puppet master, like we were talking about in a different game earlier. Like that could be actually like you're not facing off against Geppetto, but you're facing off against puppets he's made. And like
Right.
obviously you would see Pinocchio, but you might get others in addition as well. Like little
Mhm.
puppet minions.
But I can see them also kind of looking at like because Mothman is from like the 1940s, 30s, isn't he?
Let me look it up.
Because he's like one of those the old like the old like the thing, um, the creature of the Black Lagoon. Like he falls in within those movies, right? Okay, Morgan's looking it up.
um
She just seems so disappointed that she had to look this up.
No, it's bringing up the film and I'm like, I don't want the film right now. Because it brought me up the 2002
Oh,
film.
no, no, I want the
But
original film.
what I have here, Mothman is West Virginian folklore, a humanoid creature reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant area from
Mhm.
November 15th, 1966 to December 15th, 1967.
Okay.
So
But I can see
there's
them doing,
that.
like I don't know how they would do Nessie. Nessie would be kinda hard.
Nessie would be super cool if we're like a boat.
Underwater?
Like, I think if we're on a ship, on a boat, and have to, like, avoid being attacked, like, we have to keep the ship afloat and avoid getting attacked from Nessie.
Yeah, but how do you get the infestation?
You might have to do diving.
That's what I was, like, wondering, yeah.
Maybe,
Because
like,
there's,
your
like, so many
control
different
room is
ways.
the ship, but you have to, like, dive. That'd be really
Right.
cool.
Chupacabra? That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be a good one. I could
Yeah.
also see them eventually we have, like, the monster universe.
Mhm.
It would be really cool. They could dive into, like, stuff with Dracula, so you have to deal with bats. Actually, I think
Mhm.
bats the Mothman one? No, those are moths, right? But you could do
Moths,
with,
yeah.
like, bats with Dracula. You could
Yeah.
do, like, you could get into Frankenstein. I don't know what the infestation would be, but, I think you could do maybe other insects with Frankenstein, maybe? I don't know. I think there'd be some really cool options to dive into.
Yeah. Well, and that's why it's like I think it was like 1940s, like all those movies, because Frankenstein is actually
Yeah.
one of them. Dracula is one of them.
Yep.
Um, like The Thing, the creature of the Black Lagoon, like all those would be really fun to like revamp them and kind of make them part of this thing.
I think that'd be
And
really cool. I mean, they
yeah.
all of those like big monster movies and stories already have a major cult following. It would be a great
Mhm.
and smart move for them. And what's
Oh
cool is
yeah.
you could go into other like folklores, like Mothman's a folklore, so obviously so is Nessie. But then you could
Mhm.
dive into there's plenty of others,
Mhm.
that like in the supernatural realm that we could look into and dive into.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but Bigfoot's already out there, so I mean that would be easy just to put in if they really wanted to.
Yep.
So there's a lot. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
They have a lot of
Let's keep it
options.
going.
Infestation Origins team. We're available for
We're available.
um but yeah, these are all the new updates made to the game currently. The devs are very proactive and very much listening to the community and keeping an eye on the game and how the community is enjoying it. So I can't wait to dive back into Infestation Origins and to also see what comes next and what other adjustments are going to be made. But yeah, I think that's going to be
I
really good.
I do like the fact that they're listening to the player base,
Yes. Especially
and they're
so early on. They didn't give it
yeah.
like, oh, let's give it like a month and let people try it out. No, they immediately started listening.
And this update is after they've already done an update, just so
Yes.
people are aware. They
Yes.
have already like it was like day 1 and they updated fixing some bugs, some things that were just not running properly that they
Yep.
noticed, and I think that's so great, like the fact that they already went through and they did something in
Yep.
the beginning. And then we've talked about the fact that they have this update that they just released in the works. So like that's really great. I would love to see eventually down the road a roadmap just to see where their mind is going because I think that would be really fun to see. I haven't seen anything from that yet. And I know a lot of developers like to put those out just to kind of I feel like it's like a sense of like putting our minds at ease. Like, no, we haven't given up on this game. We're here, we see you, and we know you want stuff, but we want you to feel like we're not just giving up on the game for funsies. We're actually working on it and here's our plans.
Right.
So, and I want to see one of those. I think that would be really cool.
I think that would
Um
be really nice to see. Like they probably won't. I would assume they won't do it until they announce what a next episode is because I think they want to purposely like leave it more hush hush and like fun and like fun announcement. But hopefully, when they do release the next episode, we can get here's this episode. This is who it is, and then
mhm.
here's what to see in the future, and not necessarily that oh. We're releasing another episode for Winnie the Pooh. It could be we're releasing another episode, hopefully within the next X amount of months. They can keep it vague. They can just let us know
Mhm.
there's going to be more content. There's going to be a new episode without spoiling who it's going to be yet.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, and even I've noticed some game developers don't spoil like at all. They'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we're releasing two new characters." And maybe you just see like this like whatever their weaponry is, but you're not sure who it is.
Right, and you
You know
get
what I
to
mean?
speculate, "Who is it? Oh, maybe it's this
Yeah.
person. Maybe it's that." Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot to this game. If you guys have not played this game before, definitely check it out. It's not that expensive. I think it's under $10.
Let's see,
It's
I
not
still
on
have Steam
sale.
up. Let me see.
Morgan's gonna
Infestation.
look. I'm like, it's not really expensive, and the fact that this thing is on
Seven
this
ninety
game is
nine, guys. $8 if we wanna round up a penny.
there you go. $8. I mean, for a game that they released that has been really gotten quite an upgrade so far. So
Very quickly, this launched on
yep,
what was it? The
15th.
15th? Yeah. Yeah, so the 15th of November, not even a full month later, we're already getting a major update to the game while already getting patches for bugs and fixes. And then now we're
Right.
getting a major quality of life update for not only adjusting some stuff, but then also for player enjoyment and experience.
That's right. So
So,
definitely check it
yeah.
out. And if you haven't seen our little, first, not first look, but spotlight for it, it's on our YouTube. And we're working on our first look review for it as well. So
Yeah.
we got a lot to work on.
Yeah. What's nice
Yeah, a lot
is
going
what I
on.
think is really cool is our review. It's a first look, so when it first came out, so you're gonna get to see like and really hear in depth our thoughts of when the game first released, and then now we're gonna be diving back into the game now that these updates are done, and it'll be fun to do another deep dive into how we think the changes are and how they have translated. It'll be really cool.
Yeah, we're excited. All
But,
right. Well,
but that's not all in spooky games. What else you got for us?
now, I don't know. How many of you out there are a Phasmo fan? Raise your hand. Yeah, that's right. Can't really see you guys, but I know you're raising them. It's fine. All right, guys. Well, Morgan, I hate to tell you, but this is not a Phasmo update for the game.
Yeah, it's
I know.
okay.
I know. We're waiting. We're
But
waiting
what
for the
is
winner. We
it?
know We know it's a winter. We know a winter event's coming, but this is not what this is about.
That's
Instead,
okay, I guess.
no, we'll get the winter update like right before Christmas. It's
Of
fine.
course.
Uh, Morgan's like, don't go there.
It's Krampus. It's gonna
Um,
launch on Christmas Day.
that's right. But you can instead maybe add a new toy to your collection. What do you say?
What's the toy?
Maybe? Well, what's the toy? Well, maybe it'll give you like PTSD because this definitely will for me. So, Phasmo partnered with the Music Box store to bring to life an official Phasmophobia music box. The handmade music boxes are carefully crafted from the finest quality birch wood and stainless steel. Now, you can play tunes like those invoke happy memories for whoever gets the box. Plus, it makes them feel special and loved. Now, there are box packaging and custom box options available for this. And if you would like to get this for that special someone in your life, you can pre-order it for $44.99, which is on sale from $49.99. I am personally with Ramp on this. Oh God, no.
I, I'm just
I
worried. Like, are we gonna put too much in like manifestation into this, and it's gonna bring shit to my home?
right. Right, I don't wanna play it. All I know is that this brings back so much PTSD of Rob going, "Hey, kitty, 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 go play the music box." "No, I don't want to." And then I'm, like, by the door where to leave, and I'm like, "Alright," and I step in, and I turn it on, and I throw it, and I jump out as quickly as possible because immediately it starts hunting, and I'm like, "No. Nope. Nope, I'm out." So, I am right there with Ramp. Oh god, no. But you know who we should get it for?
Dan,
Shirtless Dad. So if you guys all wanna weigh in and get us, and we can make a little, like, Vimeo, place that you guys can send Morgan money, we can ship it off to him as torture.
what's our friends other than to torture our friends? That's
That's right, we love torturing people that are our friends, not real
how I
people.
show love.
That's right. Only our friends.
Well, that's both terrifying and awesome, though. They have released, obviously, in the past, but I believe it's the Voodoo Doll, right? Is what they've
Yes,
released
you
that.
know,
Is there another one? I feel like there was another one I'm missing.
it is the in not the inmate, but the insane asylum,
Right,
uh,
right. The ghost chick.
yes, and she has a number, and we were like, "Who the hell is she?"
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So they've
mean,
done
it's really fun to see merch for, especially an indie game that blew up. You know,
mhm,
it's nice to see that they're adding extra stuff, and there's things that we can, you know, collect for it for those who love it. So that it is cool. Um, this one is a little scary though.
yeah, I'm a little scared by it.
Yeah.
The voodoo doll's pretty. It's cute. I've seen, Shirtless's, voodoo doll that he has that's attached to his mic when he puts it on there. But if you do go on Amazon, though, there are a lot of different types of Phasmophobia gear merch that you can find. Like at one point, I sent to Morgan, I found the cards that you can get from the game, which is kind of creepy. I found the monkey paw,
Yeah.
also kind of creepy. So there are other avenues you can go if you don't want to spend a lot, or like this one is kind of almost $50, so it's kind of out there.
It
Like
is a
I
little
would,
pricey compared to the others.
yeah, I'd rather take a Steam card, thanks. Not gonna lie. But,
All of a sudden, one shows up at her door, just playing.
it's actually what Dan got me for Christmas in general. No, I'm just kidding.
Get wrecked.
Oh, no. That would be spooky. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick break, guys, because I have to run to the restroom. But don't go anywhere, my fellow nerds, because when we return, we're going to show you some fun demos that Morgan and I had a chance to check out. So stay tuned, everyone.
See y'all soon.
Become an adorable woodland creature as you survive the bitter cold and rebuild your home. This is your first look at Winterboro, the demo. Pine Creek Games developed Winterboro, which was inspired by books like The Wind in the Willows, the comic Mouse Guard, and the animated TV series Over the Garden Wall. It's about a mouse whose family had to relocate to the city and leave your burrow behind. After several years, your parents pass, and you sell everything to rebuild the family burrow you remember. This game will have you explore the frozen wilderness, looking for elements to breathe new life back into your home. Let's look at the gameplay. The first thing I noticed about the game is you are stuck having to use your controller. Although I don't mind using my controller, for those who like a mouse and keyboard feel, there wasn't any option to change this out, at least for the demo. But the gameplay was smooth and easy to understand. From the start, you were told exactly what you needed to gather to complete your different quests. In the demo, you can walk around the wilderness, leaving behind footprints, which are super helpful for finding your way home. After gathering materials, crafting the object, you learn a new blueprint to craft new materials for the next object. The developers say you will be able to customize your home burrow with furniture and decorations, but for the demo, after you meet your auntie, the demo was complete. I also didn't have the opportunity to meet any of the locals and get any help with surviving. But this being just a demo, there are a lot of limitations developers give gamers, and it's understandable. Now to the art design. The look of the game reminds me of The Secret of NIMH, but after looking up The Wind in the Willows, which I have read a long time ago, I can see how the developer used this for inspiration. When you craft in the game, especially when adding clothing to your mouse, I like that the game adds the new clothing to your mouse as opposed to you equip it and there's no image change. The game's soundtrack is what helps drive the story for you. Winterboro doesn't have any voice lines, so the soundtrack needs to play the role of the emotions behind the environment, meeting your auntie, or even at the beginning where you learn what happened to your parents. Overall, Winterboro is a fun, cozy, survival crafting, exploration, relaxing, cooking, and life sim. Depending on what you craft or cook will determine how much cold resistance you will get while you are exploring. According to Pine Creek Games' fact sheet that I found, the game is expected to be $20 and available on Steam, Xbox, and Game Pass. The game is expected to come out early 2025. Until then, this is your first look at Winterboro, the demo.
All right, everybody. That looks cute as all hell.
Gosh, it was more than cute as all hell. Come on, Morgan. Come on. No, I think this game is really adorable. I love the art style. So after when I did the digging on the game and they were like, "Oh, by the way, we used The Wind in the Willows as our, inspiration." When I was playing the game, I was like, "Oh no, this reminds me so much of Secret of NIMH." Like very similar kind of like art style in that sense. And then when
Right.
they said that, I went and looked it up and I'm like, "Oh my God, I haven't read this book in like years." And I was like, "I get it. I see it. I see you."
That's cute.
But I love that we are getting into more woodland creatures. I feel like we're in the woodland creatures era of video games lately, which I'm here for it.
Me
I am
too.
so here for it.
I love woodland creatures. Like, I could go forever about woodland creatures and my love and how why they're important to me. So I won't. But it looks
But
really cute.
I did run into like it was weird. So I understand, like I said in the thing, like there's restrictions because
Sure.
it's a demo and everything. And so like as I was playing it, I'm like, first off, I couldn't change my resolution. My resolution was only 1920 by 1080. I was like, my monitor's way bigger than that for one.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then you can't use your mouse to move anything. You have to use the keyboard to go up and down. But didn't realize that it was controller only. So when I got in the
That's
game,
really interesting. I wonder if they're gonna. Do you know by chance if that's gonna change after
I don't.
once it's fully released?
So the press kit that I found didn't say anything about tweaking that or anything of that matter.
Okay.
They just wanted to give you like the more general sense of what it
Sure.
is, how
Sure.
much you're thinking about for money, where you're going to be able to get it. Um, but yeah, I was very like, game,
Hello?
I want to try my mouse, and it wasn't letting me. And then even in the settings that you saw, there was only the option to change the the music volume or like the master volume, and that was it. And I was like, God, this is so loud. So, but the music is really cute. Um, I really felt like I was in a graphic novel with him and
That's
everything.
cute.
So it was like super adorable. I feel bad because his parents died. They were trying to get
Oh,
back.
that's
They were trying
right.
to get back.
That's right. I remember you telling me it's really sad.
It was sad. Like I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, they went off to the city. They went and did work because there was work there. They left their burrow and everything. And then they saved up all this money to go back, but his parents passed before they could. And I was like, oh.
It's so
And so he like
sad.
quits his job and packs up everything and away he goes and
Mhm.
everything. And he's like, I'm off to go find my auntie. And I was like, okay. And unfortunately, that's where the demo ends. They're like, "Oh yeah, no, you finished it." And I was like, "Oh, I can't even get a chance to try to like build furniture or anything." So like
Gotcha.
there's none of that, but the fact that you get to furnish it is really cool. There's a basement that I couldn't go to cuz that was why I went to my go see my aunt um because she was supposed to give me a key so I can go unlock the basement part of this
Gotcha.
whole thing.
Gotcha.
And because the demo ended, I was like, "Oh, well, I don't get to see what happens there." But love the fact of like there's, like, one bug in there that actually is aggressive, but the other
Mm.
one isn't. I did like the little, like, clothing change. I know you said while we were watching it, you're like, "Oh my god, I totally forgot that you can knit clothing." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's super cute." Like,
It's
just
so
a little
cute.
animation of you sitting there.
I
So, I
love it.
definitely recommend if you guys are into, like, a survival game, but it's, like, super laid back a little bit more. Only anxiety-ridden thing is the fact of, like, "I'm freezing to death, I need to get home," kind of thing. But I will say, though, those little footprints you make, super helpful because at times I was like, "Where am I?" But I never backtracked. But as soon as I would, like, get close enough where I would see my beginning ones, I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I know where I am now." So, definitely needed in the game for sure.
Good to
And I was
know.
really
Good to
scared
know.
that after a while, like, of walking around, they would disappear, and they don't. Not until you, like, go in the house and then come back out.
Gotcha. That's cool. That
Yeah.
is nice for being able to get back for sure. But it looks cute. I definitely want to try it out.
And it's not very long. It's not a very long demo. It took me, like, 40 minutes.
Gotcha.
So
Nice. Nice. Well, I think that's about the same for my demo that we're about to dive into. I think it was about 40-45 minutes. So,
okay.
yeah. But next, guys, we're going to dive into a fun fantasy filled visual novel. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Become the best innkeeper around as you listen to and help your customers, post quests, and make delicious drinks. This is your first look at Tavern Talk. Developed by Gentle Troll Entertainment, Tavern Talk is a cozy visual novel about running a tavern in a D&D inspired fantasy world. You play as the Wayfarer's innkeeper, a very popular watering hole in the fantasy world of Asteria. You gather rumors, serve magical drinks, and meet, as well as befriend, a colorful cast of adventurers who are on life-changing quests. Let's look at the gameplay. With this game being a visual novel video game, there is a lot of focus on the dialogue between you, the innkeeper, and your patrons. However, you have fun mechanics for making drinks and quests. Let's talk about making drinks first. Let it be known, you are no normal barkeep. Your drinks can change your customer's destiny, and that is because of the different properties they have: strength, charisma, dexterity, intelligence, and defense. The game takes you on a tutorial on how to make your drinks. You select your drink in your journal, which draws the recipe on your chalkboard. You then use the 5 bottles to the right of the glass you are making the drink in to craft your final product. Don't worry, if you mess up along the way, you can feed it to your pet Andu and start over. Once the drink is complete, you ring the bell and your drink gets teleported to the customer who ordered it. The next thing we learned how to do is make quests available on our tavern's notice board. When speaking with your customers, you learn rumors. Some of them actually match one another, and you can put them together to make a quest available on your notice board. Sometimes, like the Wolfman patron we meet in the tutorial, people will come in to give you quests to post for them. When you have enough info, you can go to your notice board, pull your rumor notes from your journal, stack them together on the notice board section, and craft a quest for adventurers to take on, much like we see the Elf Ranger Fable do. Now to the art design. The look of the game reminds me of games like Strange Horticulture, Craft Fantasy Merchant Simulator, Loose Leaf Tea, a Tea Witch Simulator, and more. I find the art designs of the characters to be very cute and very fantasy-esque. I absolutely adore the atmosphere and design of the tavern space, whether out chatting with the customers or in the back crafting drinks. The game has a fun and lovely fantasy adventure themed soundtrack with music that really enhances your immersion into the world. My favorite parts are the little sound effects you get when making drinks for your customers. Overall, Tavern Talk is a cute and cozy role-playing and crafting visual novel. I find it both very relaxing and thought-provoking. It definitely gave me ideas for my Dungeons & Dragons campaign. If you're looking for an adventure, then Tavern Talk might just be the role-playing game for you. It is available for purchase on both PC and the Nintendo Switch. The game is currently priced at $17.99 US. I definitely plan on buying the full version of the game, so until then, I'm Morgan, and this is your first look at Tavern Talk. So yeah, that was my look at Tavern Talk, and I want to say I do really like it. It was really fun. I can't wait. This is a game that's already available for purchase. I do definitely want to buy it. I'm just personally waiting, with, as you guys already know, my job situation until the winter sale, see if it goes on sale at all. But yeah, I'm definitely planning on buying this, and I'm excited to do so.
I had a long conversation with Morgan about this game when she was playing it. So apparently there's like 20 plus different characters that you get to meet that are coming in that are patrons, which is really cool. There's a whole website I sent to Morgan. And one thing that I mentioned to her that I think would be really, really fun is if she were to stream this game out. So if you guys want to buy this for her, as a gift, we can make this a fun little adventure. But if all the people that like she got friends together and we were her patrons that come in, we each grab a character and play somebody and play those lines. I think that would just be so much fun. Like
I
it's
think it would help
basically
add a nice dynamic to a stream, because
yeah,
it is a lot of talk. If I want to sit there and read everything, sadly, there is no dialogue for like though we see written dialogue, we don't actually have any voice actors. So it would be nice, like for the stream specifically, to have that, that adjustment and that additional layer to it.
right.
And we don't always have to just listen to me.
Well, I already told her which character I want to be.
Yes, she
So I got
has.
grabs. I got
Um,
grabs on that one.
I do want to say, for anybody who is interested in this game, there are a bunch of DLCs. Like the base game is $17.99, but there are like bundles and DLCs that you can do. Some of them are like the Innkeeper edition, there's the Tavern Tantrum. All of those get you even more characters that you get to meet. Then there's also the pen and paper edition, which actually allows you to do like D&D stuff with it and have maps from this world, and you get lore books and everything else. So there's actually a lot of options and a lot of stuff they've already put out for additional stuff. This came out back in June, the end of June of this year. So in the last, not even 6 months, they've released a lot of additional content for it already.
That's right. Yeah, it's just a really cute game, and I think Morgan would have a lot of fun with it and bringing her friends in, and now you get to be my patron.
Yes. Um so before we dive into what's next, I do want to
Mhm.
say, because we got a new follow while our demos were going. So thank you, SupCat22, for the follow. For anybody who is curious, they are currently doing some art for us for the show. So we'll have things coming soon, and we can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
I know Morgan's all excited. I'm just excited to see what's gonna be done.
I know, right? I can't wait.
Like, "It's not done
Um,
yet," and she's like, "No, not yet."
not yet, not yet. But
Okay, fine.
they're gonna be great and adorable, and we can't wait to share them with you. But
Right. We're excited.
for now, guys, because I decided to fill up my water while we were on break, we're gonna take another quick break so I can use the restroom now. And when we come back, we will have a new segment to show you that, dives into more of the tough realm, and we can't wait to show it to you. It's brand new. But for now, guys, we will be right back.
All right, we have a new segment. I'm so excited for this, you guys. Today, we want to help you out with any tech issues you might have. So, we're introducing tech support.
Yeah, in this segment, we're hoping to help you out, answer your questions, or even help you do your tech research. To kick this segment off, I'm taking a look at something maybe not everyone actually thinks of, which is connecting your controller through Bluetooth to a device for your gaming pleasure. So let's take a look. Did you know you can connect your PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X controllers to your devices like a phone, tablet, or a computer via Bluetooth? Well, let me show you how. First, we will connect the Xbox Series X controller to my Samsung tablet. The first thing you need to do is turn on the controller by pressing the Xbox button. Then press and hold the pairing button on the top of the controller until the Xbox logo starts flashing faster. On your phone, tablet, or computer, go to Settings and click on Bluetooth. Select your controller from the list of available devices, tap the controller name to pair, and accept the pairing. Now your Xbox controller is connected to your device. Next, I'll show you how to connect the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller to my Samsung tablet. Before we attempt to connect the PlayStation 5 controller via Bluetooth, we need to make sure to turn off the player indicator on the controller. If it is on, which mine is, press and hold the PlayStation button until it turns off. This can take quite a few seconds, so don't worry if it doesn't happen immediately. Also, as an additional note, make sure you have any USB cables connected to the controller removed. Now, press and hold the PlayStation and create buttons simultaneously until the light bar blinks. Now, on your phone, tablet, or computer, go to your settings, make sure your Bluetooth is enabled, and select the controller from the list of Bluetooth devices. When pairing is complete, the light bar will stop blinking and the player indicator will light up. And with that, your PlayStation 5 controller is connected and good for whatever game you want to play on your device. So with the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller being my preferred controller over the Xbox One, I dived into some Call of Duty Mobile to test it out. It definitely made playing the game smoother and a lot less clunky compared to using the touchpads and UI on the tablet screen. Do remember that if you have a USB-C cable to the cable port on your device or even a dongle, you can always hardwire your controller to your preferred device. Though for the sake of this video, I connected these controllers to my Samsung tablet, I have used both of them on my desktop computer by hardwiring them, and honestly, it has worked great. I hope this helps upgrade your mobile and controller gaming. I'm Morgan with your Techeries Tech Support. All right. Well, that was how you connect your Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 DualSense controllers to any sort of device that has Bluetooth connection.
Who would knew? Who would knew? Who would know? I mean, like, that's where I'm at. My brain's like, brr. I didn't know this was possible.
Yeah, I've never thought about it previously to playing like games like Destiny Rising. You know, the controls are really clunky. I was gonna test it on there, but the alpha was already closed before I was able to get this video made. I definitely obviously I it was funny. I like had to go and find another game I could play, and I was like, what's a game that would be good at? And I was like, there's Call of Duty Mobile. I was never gonna play Call of Duty Mobile, but I needed something that I know would be a good test for a controller, and it helped a lot. I
Yeah.
said, like it helped the it did feel clunky. I was playing on my tablet, so the controllers are even wider, where like which was actually more comfortable than being so condensed on my phone. But it was nice to just be able to be here and be on my controller and not have to worry about the touchpad. I definitely became a better player with the controller when playing a mobile game like Call of Duty Mobile. So
Mhm.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
wrecking their
I mean,
shit, by the way.
oh, I bet. I mean, like, I've thought about connecting my controller to my laptop, which I've done,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
I've done
because
it
I
to my
have a
desktop before.
yeah, but like my brain doesn't go, oh, I should probably try this on my iPad or
My
phone
phone,
or
right? I had never thought about it before, and then I was like, let's try it out, and it worked pretty well.
yeah.
So yeah, I liked it.
So there you go, you guys. Learning something new every day. That's what we're
Upgrade
here
your mobile gaming.
for. Upgrade.
But everybody, we do want to say if you have any tech questions or tech support you need, please feel free to tweet us or even put them in our Discord. We will have a section after the show that will be a good spot for you to put questions like that, and we can make them into videos and air them on our show and upload the video itself onto our YouTube for you to reference back to. We are excited to, be bringing this new segment in and see what else we have to create down the road.
So we're just gonna keep pulling out segments.
Here's new stuff.
Hey, you want a new segment? We got you.
But speaking of things we've been doing,
Mhm.
we've been helping you all maybe find some potential gifts and ideas for, the nerds in your life by making Amazon wish lists. These are lists,
That's
though
cool.
they're wish lists, they're lists that we have created for you to just browse and take a look at and maybe get some ideas, inspiration, or maybe even buy the items on those lists for your loved ones or maybe yourself. Maybe you want to treat yourself this holiday season. But
Yourself.
yeah, I would say
You're right. You
just to
right.
be mindful, even with Amazon, even if you do have Amazon Prime, it is the holidays and they get bogged down like crazy. So it's better to buy sooner rather than later because you know you may eventually not get your stuff you're buying in time for Christmas. But just giving that heads up now because it is that holiday season. But we've made 2 more lists for you guys. 2 more.
And you know what? They evolve, revolve, circle around. Just do all the words.
Evolve, circle, all the above.
Well, evolve, it could be one of them.
Yeah.
Gonna lie. um, Around two things that we really like. Like
Yeah.
one thing that we do for a living as part-time people and sometimes full-time people, depending on our moods.
Yep.
And the other is just, something that we've trained. We have trained all of our lives to be.
And we've attempted to catch them all our life. First things first, everybody, the first list we have for you is our Pokemon list, which is gifts to catch them all. So you can find a variety of plushies to like little figures, hats. I love the Gengar ones, and to plenty of really fun shirts that aren't loading. There they go. We have
They're in
things
there.
for Snorlax. There's actual trainer
Morgan, I found
boxes
one that
for
I think
card decks. Yeah.
there's the one item that I was like, Morgan should buy like all of these. They're the ramen bowls.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on the ramen bowls. There's so many
But they
cute little bowls I always want, and I don't have room for more bowls, but I love bowls. Just like my
There's
mugs.
even with
I have
small
so many
cups.
mugs. Yeah, here are some great options for the holiday season to get for either yourself or your loved one who is that major Pokemon fan. As always, we will put this link in our Discord, and it will eventually go out on our Twitter page. That way you can click on them and shop these lists. There's really cool binders if you have someone who collects the cards. And there's just so much
Starter deck.
Pokemon stuff out there. It's awesome.
Yeah, there's starter decks too. So not everything is like a deck, like a binder, but it's a actual deck like that you can get. So if maybe you're like, oh, somebody wants to get started in it, but they don't know what to buy, I figured when looking through this, it's easier to buy a starter deck or a deck that's already pre-done just to kind of get them
Or like those
their feet
booster
wet.
decks or whatever.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that is our Pokemon list for those who want to do some Pokemon shopping for the Pokemon trainer in your life.
Which is all of us. Just
It's all of us,
come on.
let's be honest. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't
lie.
Next though, we have items that can help you evolve your streaming setup or
Level up.
yeah, you get to level up. You can evolve your streaming setup, or if you're just getting started, here's some good baselines of like items that you can start with, whether it be backgrounds or actual items for streaming. So let's take a look at that list as well. So
There's one in there that I was like, I want that.
right. So first things first, we do have some fun digital art frames. These
Which
are
I want those
calendars.
because those digital art frames, you get an app on your phone and you can change them.
And you can upload it like to what you want.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So that's really
That's why I
cool
was
for
like,
your backgrounds of your streams. You have the fun emoji stuff. If you are somebody who is doing like the cutout of you, you have your green screens that you can do for easier
cut out of you.
chroma
I like
keying.
just like if you're doing the cut out of you, so lame.
I don't know why I don't like the look of it.
It's because it's weird because you can literally see like if they go outside of their box, it
I
looks
don't
like they
like it.
have a ball. So it looks like it's like, oh, my arm's off.
Yeah,
I
I
think that's why,
don't,
'cause it's
not
not
a fan.
seamless. It's not seamless where they have it where it's like, oh, I could do a giant reach and it doesn't look weird.
Mm-hmm. We have LED lights that are available. You have the great headset stands. You have an awesome chair, desks, stuff for being on air. You guys will see I have one behind me. Um, When we switch back to cameras, there's microphone options, keyboard options, mouse options, things. The Elgato Stream Deck. I have one. You might have saw in the background of the tech support video I just did. And then options for webcams, both, really high quality, and then also a few that are a little bit more cheaper, but still really nice. We also have key lighting and just plenty more. There's so many things in here. There's mic arms, pop filters, monitor stands, potential monitors you want to use, nano leafs for lighting behind you, headsets, mouse pads, lighting, soundboards, and more, guys. So this is a great place to just start your shopping for your stream setup, whether you're trying to upgrade or you're just getting started.
Yeah, so much. I mean, I don't think people realize how much work goes into this overall.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think a lot of people don't sit back and go, "Oh yeah, it's actually a production." Like as much as you want to just be like, "Oh, let me just click in a mic and put on a webcam and turn it on and sit here." I mean, like a lot of that process has to go into what you want it to look like. Like the way Morgan's background looks is completely different
Yep.
than how my background looks, is different than how somebody else's background looks. I mean,
My
your
entire
background makes a big
office
deal.
is tailored and decorated. Like I have more obviously on this wall here. That's like where Dan's setup is that you can't see. I used to work at the movie theater, so I have a bunch of really cool movie posters that are authentic movie posters that are up. You can't see that, but everything you can see is purposely put for my background. So I can have a fun and exciting background and a colorful background that's hopefully eye-catching when I'm streaming. You get to see, oh, I'm nerdy. Here's a bunch of things I like from my plushies. I am a photographer. I like vintage cameras. There's Funkos back here. You can't really see that well because I fucked up my placement of my lights, but it's too late. I'm not changing them. One day I will. And just more. It's all for like the aesthetic. I want to show I am a nerd because growing up I was and you probably can relate to this, KP. I was the I had all the friends that were dudes, and then all the dudes were like, "Wait, you're a gamer?" And was like mind blown that I was a girl who did gaming and was into all their stuff. Just like, what? So, it kind of became a big part of my persona growing up is like, yeah, I'm a girl who fights the norms. I'm not that, I'm a tomboy. I'm into all this crap, and so, yeah, I just wanted to make sure to show all of who I am. It's always been a big part of like being able to express myself in my nerdum, and I want to make sure that my office and especially the background of my stream shows that too.
And this is why she's already married, guys. Sorry, she's off the table. Can't have her.
I do have the ring. It's actually my engagement anniversary next week.
That is the weirdest thing. Anyway, we're gonna not talk about that one. We're not gonna talk about that
I just
one.
like remembering the date. It's like, oh, December 11th is when he proposed to me. So I just
Yeah,
like
but now
knowing
you worry about
dates.
the day that you actually got married. That's
Yeah.
more important.
I agree. I happened to be doing my calendar and was the other day on stream. I was like, oh, it's my engagement anniversary, technically.
And then we won't see Morgan for another 5 days.
Listen, Linda.
My name's not Linda, but I'll take it. You know what, Morgan?
Yes.
I'm in a really good holiday spirit mode.
You are?
I
Is it because you
am.
put your Christmas tree up yesterday?
I think it is. I think the Christmas tree is really helping a lot. Dude, this thing is a pain in the butt. I got it up though. This is actually very high tech, surprisingly. So if anybody has ever heard of the company Twinkly, that's what this
Hmm.
tree is. It's a twinkly tree,
Very
and it is
nice.
all programmed through my application that I have. But the setup was a little bit of a pain because I had to reset it back up. But once you get it up, you can change this to make it look however you want. I went with this lovely look today just to make it a little bit different than yesterday's stream if you guys were watching me on my personal one. So, talk about tech. This is a tech tree on its own. Along with my nano leaves up there. So, I definitely love everything tech-based. But, you know what I really wanna do? I feel like I wanna be Oprah right now, and I really wanna do, we do
Her
something
entire mic just peaked and you couldn't hear her, guys, but she said giveaway really, really loud. If you couldn't read her lips, she
oh my
said
god.
giveaway.
So, if you guys would like to enter, we're gonna try this out. I found this new way of doing this. I don't know how it's gonna work fully, so please forgive any bugs that happen. But in the chat, please put exclamation point enter, all lowercase, and that should put you into the drawing. And if you guys don't want to do it, no problem. We don't have to. I will save it for another day then. It should work though, because I set it up for it's supposed to go through hours. Okay, Ram put one. No, he put one in. Did it go through? Why did it not do its thing?
Why you no work?
I know, right?
All it fails, we can go back to the old school way.
Yeah, we can always go old school. I just wanted to see if this would work. But yeah, it's not pulling any entries in. So I have it as
So it is no space. It's explanation point enter. No space, correct?
right.
So yeah, Ramp, the way you did it was correct. I just put an explanation point space enter. That way people can see what it is. But the way you did it was correct.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that we weren't being put into it. Just gonna grab this link really fast. Yeah, that's right. Game giveaway title holiday. But it's not pulling anybody. So weird.
All right, everybody, make sure you put explanation point enter in chat. Otherwise, Ramp is our de facto winner.
Yay!
Or you won't have the chance to win.
I don't understand how this stupid thing's supposed to work. It's not even doing anything.
All else fails, we can go to the wheel.
Yeah. Which I think. This is the first time I'm using this one called Twitch Roulette, and it's not working. Which is so weird. Says it should work. It's lied. It lied to me. And who knows, maybe if we get our store up and running, we'll do a merch giveaway.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Ooh.
All right, you lurkers, wake up. Enter.
I know, right? I'm like, what the?
Are we allowed to say what we're giving away? Oh, there we go. We got Tyler.
Okay. Maybe. Depends on what I choose. That's right. Depends on what I choose, people, because I have a lot to give away.
We do have a whole list that we
We do.
can add to now.
I know. We actually do have you guys can't see it, but we do have an actual list of all of our giveaways. Where did we put that? Did you remember
What do you mean? What are you looking for?
the list?
I do not, but we'll find it.
No, that's not it. Oh, I found it. I found it. Are you in the wheel of names?
I do have the wheel of names prepped just in
Okay,
case.
because that thing's not working.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
We'll give it a couple more minutes, everybody. Just a reminder to chat, put exclamation point enter. Make sure there are no spaces to enter our giveaway.
This will just help Morgan keep track of it.
Exactly. This will help me see who's entering. Unless you want me to just look at who our viewers are in chat.
No, they should actually say they want to be a part of it.
That is fair. So, you heard her. She's putting her
You
fist
want to be
down.
part of this? You have to let us know.
Enter. You got to put exclamation enter.
And if you don't, well, then you know what? You miss out. Not our fault. Not our fault.
I do know you did. Thank you, Tyler. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes, everybody, just for the see if anybody else wants to. Hello, Subcat. We'll get you entered as well. All right, underscore cat 22. All right, we have 3 people in for to win something, to win a giveaway.
Whoop whoop.
We'll give it 1 more minute, and then we will run the giveaway and see who's gonna win. Don't worry, guys. I will switch over so you can also see the wheel spinning.
I'm thinking this one, Morgan, when you get a sec.
Which one? Where?
It's way down there. It's highlighted in yellow.
Oh, I don't have it pulled up.
Oh.
Where is it at? Is it in our drive?
Mm-hmm. It's literally called giveaway list.
You said near the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me pull up. I'll pull up a page too. To like show what it is.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to do it after we announce.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta give away.
Check Messenger real quick. I'm sending you something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then maybe not that one.
Select a different one.
Huh?
Select a different one.
I will. Oh, what about this one?
Yeah, those are 2 different ones. That's a double pack. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like kind of like what people would play. I don't know how many people would play certain types of games. So
Alrighty, so we got that one, and let me pull up the other game too to show. That way, for our winners, you get to see, or whoever our winner is, you get to see what you're actually getting.
Yep. Oh, we'll see. I don't know how much of this is with friends, but it could be more cozy.
Yeah, some of the like, just so everybody knows, we do have a nice like major selection for video game giveaways. A lot of them are single player. We will be, be honest, but some of them may actually have the ability to have other players. It just depends on the games. But yeah, she'll be
We totally agree, Ram.
fun.
It is more fun with friends, but sometimes, sometimes you
Very
need
much
that little
agree.
like single player game just to get away from people. But I think this one's a good one. I don't think this one's a bad one. I think I could see people playing this one.
Yeah. All right, just one more minute and we will do the spinning.
I'm gonna have Rob not win. I was looking back and I'm like, oh, there was so many Rob wins.
Ram
I
says,
mean,
I've been isolated for 9 months now. Ella needs some human interaction. Very, very
no, I
fair.
tried to. But there may be a time where you're like, oh, I want to try this one.
I've been keeping Ramp busy with all the human interaction on Call of Duty.
Well, now I have Marvel Rivals, so I guess I can start jumping into that one.
Yep. She was talking about Marvel Rivals this morning, Ramp, and I was like, well, you can play it with Ramp, Dreaded, and I. Alrighty. Do we want to call it and run with these 3 entries?
Yeah, maybe more people will show up next time.
That's all right. This was our, we'll just have to let them know
Impromptu.
next time it's happening, That's
Oh,
fine.
do we? Do we?
I mean, technically we don't need to. All right, everybody, let's
technically,
switch
show
on
up and watch the
over.
show.
All right, let's switch on over to our wheel so we can spin it and see who our winner is. So right here we have Rampaging Asian. Wow, I can't speak. Rampaging Asian, Drimnir Soulstar, and Subcat22. Let's see who's gonna be the winner of our double pack of games. Let's see. Who's it gonna be? It's Tyler! There you go, Drismere Soulstar. You are the winner of the first one is Iron Danger. So Iron Danger is a tactical combat puzzler with a unique time manipulation mechanic. A never before seen combination that blends the tactical depth of turn-based games with the exciting action of real games. So that's game number 1 that's on there. The second one is Fantasy Blacksmith, which sounds really fun to me. You are a blacksmith in the world of the sword, magic, and war, in which any blacksmith who knows how to make even the simplest swords is in demand. You start off as a poor, unskilled blacksmith, but in time, you will gain experience and improve to achieve wealth, fame, and power, and change this world.
That does sound pretty good.
Yeah, congratulations, Tyler. Congrats.
Make sure to tune in whenever we go live, because you never know when I might just be like, you know what I
feel
like.
Let's do a giveaway.
Except my mic gets cut off,
She gets really excited about giveaways.
I do. But Tyler will make sure that Morgan gets it to you. I know that you guys have contact outside of that. So we'll make sure we get those codes to you so you can
Yep, there'll be codes that you need to redeem. Since I happen to also just have contact with you on Discord and everything else, I will be the one who reaches out to you, Tyler, so look out for a message from me. It'll either be Morgan or True Tash, whichever platform I message you on, and I'll get you those codes, and then you'll just have to redeem them, and if you need help, I can help walk you through that. But for now, everybody, that is our giveaway, and we're excited to do more in the future and do more giveaways. So hopefully you have fun with these games. They look fun, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, Morgan's already claimed. Not gonna lie, Morgan's already gone through, and we went through a whole laundry list of games, and Morgan's like, I want all of these. And I was like, okay.
If possible, it's also I can make content for them down the road, okay?
I know. I have some games too. I mean, one game. I have one.
We have 4 that's like either or, one of us,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We also have the one that we need to stream together. So
yes, that is very true. But
yes.
yeah, guys, that brings us to the end of our show.
It
And
does.
we just want to remind everybody that for our next show, the winners of the Game Awards will officially be announced. So we're bringing you all the ins and outs from the big award show, letting you know who the winners are, and even just giving you discussions. And if there's any big game announcements, because they do show new game trailers at the Game Awards show, we'll probably have a lot of discussion about stuff that happens there. But as always, we will have all the topics we discussed today in our show in the show topic section on our Discord. So if you're not in there already, make sure you join our Discord. That way, if you want to click on any links or maybe go pre-order a music box, it'll all be in there and available for you. But yeah, before we before we go, don't forget to check us out across all of our social medias. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So just search up Techies.
As Ram says, nope. And not nope to following us, nope to the music box. I know what it's really about. You guys, and if you love our content, as always, make sure to give us a heart. It's free. We love free, just like I love to give you guys stuff for free on Twitch, or subscribe to us on YouTube, because who knows? If we get enough people over there, we might do a giveaway on that side too.
And you
I
might have
don't
to be
really
strictly over on YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see
might
what
just
happens,
decide one day.
guys.
Yeah,
But
you never know. You never know.
a little reminder for that as well, everybody. If you do go and subscribe to us on YouTube, make sure you ding dong that bell and make sure you turn on notifications on Twitch. That way, you know on both platforms when we go live. And also for YouTube, we do upload shorter versions of our videos there. That way, you can know when those are uploaded for your enjoyment. So make sure you turn on notifications if you can. All the support means the world.
That's right. And we're seeing it and we're loving it and we want to keep going. Keep growing, keep going. And
Thank
who knows?
you.
We'll eventually have a merch store.
We will. We can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. We can't wait to share all the stuff with you.
I know. It's going to be so much fun. Anyway, until then, you guys, until next week, keep processing, keep watching for our stuff, keep checking us out, keep sharing to your friends, and we'll see you then. Bye everybody.
Bye.